Okay, so welcome everyone. May 12th, 2022 event. I just want to remind everyone of two links. The first link is about our cyber defense page, which we're updating with new initiatives, new activities going on, etc. So you can more than welcome to bookmark that page as it's updated regularly. The other link that I'm going to be sharing in the chat right now is just to remind everyone, especially if you're the point of contact for the CAE at your school, to register for our upcoming symposium in June. If you have not done that, please go ahead and make sure you register. There is a registration process, and this year Tony's team is handling the registration, and you're going to be getting multiple emails after you register for that process, but wait until you get a confirmation for travel booking. With that said, I'm going to stop the share and hand it over to Gretchen, who's going to be our lead for today.
Hello, everyone. Yes, Miss Sandra's on vacation. Hopefully you all will eventually get there as well. So welcome, everyone. We have a star-studded group for you today, as always. And also we have an opening in July. So if any of you are presenting later and want to move into July or are not on the list at all, that I can add you in, I do have an opening for our July month presentations. If you could just either send me a chat or send me an email, I will put my email in the chat. And so we are just going to start with Dr. Holly Yuan. And Dr. Yuan, you can go ahead and share your screen.
Thank you.
I'm trying to kick myself off here. There we go.
Let's see how can I. Oh, no.
Is it working for you to share?
I am working on that. Give me a
Okay.
second. Yeah.
No worries.
Can you see my screen?
No,
I cannot.
Okay, hold on. Share. Okay.
Now we can. Running on the beach.
Okay. Can you see my screen now? The CAE
yes.
screen. Awesome. Very good. Thank you. Okay, so thank you for having me here. I just see the school's name on the agenda. Actually, we are from University Wisconsin Stout, not University Washington Stout. So I just noticed that. But anyway, so good afternoon. I'm Holly, the program director of Bachelor of Science, Computer Networking, Information Technology, and the director of the Cybersecurity Research Outreach Center at the University of Wisconsin Stout. We are located at Menominee, Wisconsin. We say it's middle of nowhere or middle of everywhere. But anyway, so we were designated as a CAE since 2017. One thing we are proud of is we are the first 4-year university in Wisconsin to earn this designation. So the current validated program study is a Bachelor of Science, Computer Networking, Information Technology program. The program used to belong to Communication Technology Department, called a CT department. Then we moved to a different department last fall due to the reorg. So currently we are in Applied Math and Computer Science departments. So our program focuses on operate and maintain, protect and defend in a nice workforce framework. The subject matter expertise includes network security, cloud security, wireless, mobile security, and server virtualizations. And another notable thing to notice is our curriculum program plan align with major cybersecurity industry certifications, including CyberOps, CCNA Security, Certified Ethical Hacker, Certified Information Security Manager, AWS Solution Architect, Linux Plus, CCNA, and CCNP. We even offer the voucher to students take some of those certifications. So our next program study will be Bachelor of Science, Cybersecurity. This program was recently approved by UW Systems and open for enrollment this fall. So what are the research projects or research interests? We are engaging 2 research projects right now. Those research are faculty-led, student-centered project. One is a design and build a smart and secure manufacturing test bed with 5G and zero trust. This project was sponsored by Department of Defense Innovative Curriculum Program back in 2020. Another project we are working on is a study of Internet of Healthcare things to fight COVID-19 and the future public health crisis in Wisconsin. This project was sponsored by Tommy G. Thompson Center on Public Leaderships. Our research interests include IoT, cloud security, AI, machine learning, and you can tell from the current project we are working on. So what are the school's specialties and the subject matter expertise? The Cybersecurity Research Outreach Center, we are focused on the research, outreach. We also combine everything we do from the research outreach into our cybersecurity symposiums. So our research topics include cloud computing, security, Internet of Things, DevSecOps, AI, machine learning, threat modeling. We collaborate with other 2-year community college, industry, government partners, UW Stout internal, all those programs, cybersecurity related programs. And we also have a very dynamic, dedicated external advisory board. Actually, we're gonna have an advisory board meeting tomorrow. We get guidance, input, feedback from them, and then just continue improving our programs. And in the last year, we hosted our cloud-based Capture the Flag. We actually developed the Capture the Flag in the cloud using AWS, and we have a group of professionals, including the 2-year community college students, faculty, attend this Capture the Flag. It turned out to be very successful. We also encourage students go for the competition. And over the years, our students brought so many trophies back. And recently, we just won the first place in the CCDC, Collegiate Cyber Defense Competition. This year, again, we won the 2020. And, and then we also placed the first national title 6 years in a row in the network design competition. And the grants are we working on? Again, we have 2 grants right now, smart manufacturing, Internet healthcare things. We would like to collaborate on any cybersecurity related research or workforce development grants with, all our, CAE schools. So we are interested to collaborate. And other things we partner with CAE, we hosted 3 cybersecurity workshops during the past few years. And we invite all those, community college, some of the, back then when we host the first cybersecurity workshop, we don't have any, not many people heard about the CAE actually. So we host the cybersecurity workshops, hands-on workshop. We also talk about this CAE, what is CAE and how to apply. And I think there's quite a few community college from Wisconsin are applying and that get designated during the past few years. So what change enhancement gaps do you have? I think the change enhancement we could have is faculty recruitment is a problem, lab facility is a problem. We want to have more faculty, we want to have more lab equipment, more facilities, and the diversity is kind of a problem. I think, we all know that we want more female students coming to the cybersecurity field. We have a WITS, student club, women in IT security. We grow the women enrollment number, from 0 to 3 to 5, now go to the 16. So that's all the thing we are doing. And thank you again for having me here for this opportunity to get to know everybody and question and answer.
Great. That was super efficient. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our next presenter is going to be Melissa Stange from Lord Fairfax Community College. So Melissa, do you want to take over the Zoom? There you go.
So thank you. You probably were expecting Henry Kaufman, and unfortunately for us, he has moved to George Mason University, and I have taken over his role in leading the cybersecurity program here at Lord Fairfax, soon to be called Laurel Ridge Community College. We have one program of study, and that's an Associates of Applied Science in Cybersecurity. We hope to someday soon be able to put in some other POSs once we're allowed to do that. But other programs that we have within our School of Professional Programs is we have an AS in Science with a Cybersecurity Engineering specialization. We have 2 career study certificates, one Cybersecurity Specialist that feeds into the AAS in Cybersecurity, and one that has more networking courses. It's split evenly between cybersecurity and networking, an Associate's of Science in Computer Science, an applied degree in Information Systems Technology, and an Associate's of Science in Computational Data Science. And all 3 of those degrees have cybersecurity core components within them. We really reach out. We're a very rural community college. We have no sister 4-year school in our service region. So our students must drive at least an hour to an hour and a half to continue their education. So we're always looking for 4-year CAEs that are willing to let our students attend virtually. So we tend to go out into the community quite a bit for K-12 outreach, summer camps, demonstrations. We go to local businesses and help them and their employees understand cybersecurity. We host things like the World Cube Association, Girl Scouts Nation's Capital. We worked with them with their digital cybersecurity badges. We take an active role with the ACM and the CCECC creating curriculum for cybersecurity. I served on the ABET 2-year accreditation committee to come up with that criterion. And we serve on several advisory committees, and our faculty are all active members of the InfoGuard system. So we stay abreast of all the current happenings. And as I said, we're really looking to get additional program of studies out there for our career study certificate and our associates in science and computer science. We'd like to get those through as a program of study also. We have several research projects going on within cybersecurity. Everything we do with cybersecurity is a standalone, but more so we focus on integrating cybersecurity into every discipline here at the college. Usually they don't like us to be on the committees because we really push the importance of that. But we have cross-listed our curriculum, not only for the CAE, but with the NICE framework and the ABET accreditation criterion. And actually we're helping writing that. We have a Virginia G3 tuition assistance program, which stands for Get a Skill, Get a Job, Get Ahead, which that means that our students can actually get their cybersecurity credentials without paying a penny. So that's really helped with our enrollment. We have several Commonwealth of Virginia Cyber Initiative grants going on from Southwest Virginia. And one is with another CAE school, Radford, where we're actually working with 3 other community colleges in Radford to create and have students write CTF challenges. And we pay them to write the challenges. And then we come together as a state to actually hold a CTF. We're working with Virginia Tech, and they using drones and the security of the database and the images that the drones capture for grape vineyards and wineries. We are also creating through a Go Virginia grant some credentialing apprenticeships for cybersecurity. We've worked with the NCAA IIT for the women in IT to bring in some aspirations and computing awards for cybersecurity K-12 females to help bring that female role into it. We have several Virginia Space grants going on for cybersecurity and drones and initiatives for summer camps. And then we'll also be working with WVU this summer. We're taking a group of 6 students to work with NASA and WVU to solve fault tolerances and security issues on their spacecraft systems. We have several grants that are pending, which are our future hopes for drone hacking, quantum computing, and then industrial control systems, all relating to cybersecurity. So while we're a community college and not often thought of doing research, we really pride ourselves on that and bringing students into that who have been published internationally in the field of cybersecurity. They've presented for Homeland Security at request. All of our courses are offered in 4 formats: the traditional face-to-face and online, synchronous and asynchronous. We do a hybrid and a high flex where students actually can decide to either come to class one day, the next week they may be asynchronous, the week after that they may be synchronous. They pick how they come to the class. So it's a little more work for the faculty to always be prepared, but that way it's most flexible for our students. Our main focus area are the adult learners, the reskillers, career enhancement versus the traditional students. We are one of the first 2 community colleges to be accredited by ABET in the world. So we're pretty proud of that. And that really has allowed us to step up the quality of our program. It helped with our CAE redesignation, and it really has helped with 4-year schools recognizing that community colleges have stellar programs for transfer. We also look at cybersecurity from the workforce. Not everybody wants a degree or certificate, so we do have our workforce group provide CompTIA and Amazon, and we have a partnership now with EC Council, so our students get discounts on certification as they graduate and leave, and that continues through their life and alumni. And we have a very active, small but active CTF team. We actually took first place at the Virginia Cyber Range at BMI for the Community College Division. We have a competitive programming team that our cybersecurity students are always on. We have initiated a honor technology honors society, Epsilon Pi Tau. And we promote Security Awareness Month by doing demonstrations throughout the college and the community. And we do sit on the executive committee for the Virginia Cyber Range in Virginia. A lot of our challenges have been, this is like in the last 2 years, the 4th reorganization at the college and the 4th dean. So we most recently happened in September. So we have a lot of re-educating our deans into our programs. We have a lot of questions about, is it IT? Is it cybersecurity? Does it go under computer science? So cyber is still more deciding, is it a standalone, where it's at here? We're not real sure about how the industry certifications, none of our courses teach to a certification, but we have a lot of people who want credit for those certifications. So we're looking into competency-based, that type of thing. As I said, we're very rural. While we're 75 miles west of DC, a lot of opportunities go more towards Northern Virginia Community College that's closer to DC. So we're always looking for opportunities for our students to get internships, whether they have to travel during the summer or that type of thing. So we're a little short on that. Staffing. We have a very hard time finding people to come in to do in-person classes because of our location. Mostly it's online. And then we're really always looking for something for them to do outside of the class. Like I said, we are taking, we take them everywhere. We've taken ones to Spain to give them those opportunities. But we really like to go to businesses and say, give us an opportunity, challenge our students. And some of the lists that you see for more outside class labs and assignments are the areas that we have not been able to get projects for our students for, that we think that they would really benefit from getting. So even if a 4-year school would be able to give us some projects that they're given and see what kind of, different alternatives that our students would come up with, we really could benefit from that and bringing it in. We were one of only 2 community colleges who joined in on the CAE NCX pilot for the cyber combat. It was experience. 3 days of 8-hour days, them challenging our students, really got a real taste of the real world. we found out that our program needs to step up the math level. That was that in the software development area. We need to get them more into the competitive programming. They were hit hard. All the 4 years came right at the community colleges. I think we held our own. You know, in the policy module, we actually got 12 points out of 15, so we were pretty proud of them. But it was an experience, and we were glad that our students did that. We also are part of the academic network for the Cyber Command, which has opened up quite a few opportunities for students for internships, and also for things like hacking the port and other things that they don't get to participate in unless you are part of that Cyber Command group. And of course, like everybody else, we're doing the NCL, and they're getting those reports that they can attach to their resumes. And that's our big push, is we want them to leave with something on their resume: experience, internships, combat competitions, everything we can possibly give them before they transfer. And we do push transfer, but unfortunately, sometimes life happens and they have to enter the workforce before they can transfer. So thank you. And if you have any direct questions, you know, please ask them.
So Melissa, that's great. Yes, we're gonna have those breakout rooms. So if you have questions at the end of this, we're gonna have each person have their own breakout room. And thank you so much. Next, we're gonna have Dr. Jonathan Graham from Norfolk State University is gonna take over presenting. Dr. Jonathan.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Let's see. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
You may want to switch to a presenter's mode. We see it in edit mode.
Yes. Okay.
Good, go ahead.
Yes. Good afternoon. I'm Jonathan Graham from Norfolk State University. We are located in Norfolk, Virginia, in a heavy military area. And we have been a CAE since 2009. Our program of study is our Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science. We have a cybersecurity track, and that's what we use for our redesignation. Our program focus at the moment is mainly digital forensics and network defense. And we have a large faculty, maybe 15 faculty members. Digital forensics is an area of expertise, also cloud security. But recently we have been adding machine learning as part of our expertise, especially trying to look into how you apply machine learning to cybersecurity problems. We are hoping to add another program of study. It would be our Masters of Cybersecurity. It's an online program at the moment, but it is a very rich program in cybersecurity. Currently, we attract many students who are not traditionally STEM students. So we get quite a few business students, sociology students, and even psychology students. In terms of research and projects, we've had several grants, and one of them led us into developing a cyber range, a cloud-based cyber range. We also have faculty who are looking at spam filtering using natural language techniques. We have other faculty who are looking at the security and robustness of machine learning techniques for cyber applications. Now, Sandia National Labs have their portable kind of cyber range called Tracerfire. So we're implementing our own version of Tracerfire at Norfolk State. So we hope to be finished with that during the summer. We have always had difficulty finding interesting cases for digital forensics for our students to work on. So most of the cases we see online, they've been there for a while. So we found that it might be useful to develop some training cases where we can give our students an image, give them a scenario, and ask them to investigate, analyze, and see what kind of solution they can come up with. So that's pretty much fun. We have a few students working on that, and they have a very fertile imagination. And as I mentioned earlier, we're looking at applying machine learning to cybersecurity. Okay. Our university as a whole, we are strong in cybersecurity, material sciences, and recently we've added cyber psychology. So now we have a master's program in cyber psychology, where they're looking at the mindset of the hackers and other cyber criminals. And our social cybersecurity program in sociology is getting pretty strong. In the last few years, they've obtained 2 NSF grants for cybersecurity. And they're looking at currently how workers are affected by the different cybersecurity regulations that they have to work under. Current grants that we have are, there's grants in cybersecurity gamification, looking at how to make cybersecurity more fun by developing games that will teach students about cybersecurity. Right, we have a scholarship for service, and we are always looking for good students from community colleges and also from 4-year colleges. So if anyone is interested or has some good students, they can contact me. We have extensive equipment in cloud computing and security. And we also have social cybersecurity in organizations, a current research grant from National Science Foundation. We've had a few other grants, but they just recently expired. Now, in a previous grant, we partnered with 13 HBCUs, especially in South Carolina, and also with 2 national labs, Sandia National Lab and Lawrence Livermore National Lab. And the goal was to develop cybersecurity in those smaller schools. And recently, one of those schools, South Carolina State University, became a CAE. But all of the schools were able to develop cybersecurity programs. And we are expecting at least 2 more, University of the Virgin Islands and Claflin University, to become CAEs in the near future. We also have close relationships with Tidewater Community College, and we support students for 1 year at Tidewater Community College, then they transfer to Norfolk State for 2 years. And we've had some very impressive students from the community college, I'm pleased to say. Now, we don't have any problem with equipment. We have lots of equipment, lots of facilities. We are really doing well in that area. What I would really like to have assistance with is, how do you develop a top-class cybersecurity competition team? We compete at NCL, we compete at the Virginia Cyber Fusion. We went to Hacking the Port in Fort Lauderdale recently. SANS has an HBCU competition, which we take part in. But we really want to take it to the next level. We want to have a top-class cybersecurity competition team. About us, we're at HBCU. Over the last 8 years, we've had $40 million in cybersecurity grants. We have a very successful scholarship service program. And we are especially proud that we were able to integrate cybersecurity into both psychology and sociology departments. And they've taken it and they've run with it. The psychology department started a master's program in cyber psychology, and the sociology department has been having several NSF grants and developed not only developed cybersecurity courses, but they were able to infuse cybersecurity into traditional courses in cybercrime and statistics and so on. Okay, that's all for my presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Graham. Very, very interesting. Again, we're going to do breakout rooms so you can have chats on all this exciting stuff that everybody's doing afterwards. But we're going to move on to our last presenter, Dr. Junjie Zhang from Wright State University. So Dr. Zhang, over to you.
Hey, yeah, I'm here. Besides the host to disable the participant screen sharing, can we enable that?
You should be able now. I just activated.
All right, one moment. Okay, so can you see my screen right now? So,
Coming up.
work? Okay, good, great. So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Junjie Zhang. I'm from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Wright State University. So right now I am the point of contact for our center. Our university is in Dayton, Ohio, and you can follow this link to see the details of our center. So we are with CAE since 2020, so we're relatively new here. Our validated program of study is a Master of Science in Cybersecurity with Cyber Defense concentration. Our program focuses on educating students with applied cybersecurity skills in information, software, operating system, and also networking. Our program has a number of the features. So for example, our faculty are actively conducting cybersecurity research, and we are continuously integrating our research results into our education programs. And also, we have extensive experience and support in delivering courses in hybrid modes. Especially, this is very, very useful for the courses delivered through the pandemic period and also after the pandemic period, because a lot of students actually want to have the flexibility of taking online courses, and we have extensive support to support the students for doing that. And also we have very competitive in-house computational facilities, such as the distributed computing architectures, and also the GPU clusters and firmware, embedded systems, and some hardware security facilities to support students to perform some security practices. And also, we do have strong connections with the regional government and the industrial employers. So these connections are going to help our students to go after many great opportunities, such as scholarships and also internship opportunities. Our research projects and the research interests, we have a number of the faculty members who are specifically working on cybersecurity, including me. So our research focuses on the network security, and especially we perform traffic analysis and modeling, the network traffic analysis and modeling, so network-based intrusion detection. In addition to that, we are actively performing research on software vulnerability detection with a focus on the server side, web systems, and firmware analysis. Another faculty member is specifically working on malware detection So he has done great work in the feature extraction for malware representation, and also how can we use the neural network to perform the detection of malware samples. And in addition to that, we have done some work in the trustworthy AI. So this is a very, very interesting topic. So we have done some work in the adversary poisoning and the children attacks and the defenses for the machine learning algorithms, and also the adversary for social good. Right. So our subject matter expertise is closely relevant to what we're doing for our research. So for example, we have done a lot of work for the automated and large-scale traffic analysis using distributed computing architectures, so that we can process millions or even billions of records to detect malicious activities. And also we have built automated systems to perform software analysis at both the source code level and binary level to detect the zero-day vulnerabilities. And this is also including our work for the neural model formulations for the automated feature representation learning and for high performance malware detection. And also we have the background in the trustworthy machine learning issues, such as privacy, security, fairness, and also their applications. So on the right side, if you look at the table, so that is actually the a list of the CVE. So essentially the common vulnerabilities and exposures we have contributed to the security community last year. So all of them are, as far as we know, they are zero-day vulnerabilities. We are actively going after grants, and we are spending a lot of efforts to make sure the grants are executed here successfully. So for the past grants, so for example, just a few of them we listed here. So we have received the REU grant from NSF to train the cybersecurity students, undergraduate students at the undergraduate level. And also, we also get grant from the state. For example, from 2006 to 2016 to 2019. So we got about $1 million from the Ohio Department of Higher Education to build a center for continuous cybersecurity education and training. So we also collaborated with the regional industry partner for research and also workforce development. So this is also exemplified by one project that is named Developing Training Capabilities to Increase Operational System Resilience. So this is supported by KBSI. And in addition to that, we are actively going after a grant to specifically enhance our curriculum. So last year, we got a grant to develop cybersecurity labs using interactive programming. So right now, we have a number of the active grants. So what I want to mention here is the grant that is supported by the Transportation Support Center. So for us to perform firmware analysis and vulnerability detection. And also another significant grant is coming from the AFRL, the Air Force Research Lab. So this is a large grant. So we have $30 million from 2020 to 2023. So this is essentially for assured digital microelectronics education and the training ecosystem. So this involves education, research, and also outreach. So this is a large project. And also we're always open to collaborate with other partners and also other institutions. We are actively collaborating with other CAE institutes. So for example, so Wright State is in Dayton, Ohio. So within about 1 hour driving distance, so we have a number of other CAE institutions, for example, University of Cincinnati, University of Dayton, AFIT for Air Force Institute of Technology, It's just like 5 minutes away from our campus, Sinclair Community College and Clark State Community College. So we have been actively working with all these institutions to build our capabilities for security education research, and also to apply for some grant opportunities. So one example is for the Center for Continuous Cybersecurity Education and Training. So as I have mentioned, this is supported by Ohio. So this is going to coordinate the efforts from a number of universities. I think it includes Sinclair and Clark State. And we also have the articulated program pathways with a number of the community colleges here, including Sinclair and Clark State. And in addition to that, all these universities are the member institutes of a organization here that is called Strategic Ohio Council for Higher Education. So this organization is specifically to coordinate the efforts for workforce development and internship opportunities in the in Ohio, right? So they have a lot of focuses on cybersecurity. So through this organization, we have coordinated a lot of efforts for regional cybersecurity education and research development. And we are actively going after some proposal opportunities with our fellow CAE institutions. One example is for the last year, we submitted one to the NSA, so the Cincinnati Data and Cyber program. And also in addition to that, we submitted another proposal. I think it's called the Third Frontier Opportunity in Ohio. So, so a very active collaboration here. So what has been changed, enhancements and gaps? So something we have noticed a significant change is a course delivery mode during and after the pandemic. So I don't know how you're going to think about that, but right now, all of our cybersecurity courses are delivered to students in both the face-to-face and also the online mode. So students do have the flexibility to select which mode they want to follow. And also, we are continuously enhancing our cybersecurity programs, including this validated one. So for example, we are developing new courses such as software reverse engineering and program analysis. So we used a reverse engineering tool that is also very new from NSA, so that is called Hydra, right, to help students to develop their skills in this area. And also another course is in our scope. So we want to have this course available for our students from spring next year is trustworthy machine learning. And also we are always trying to get the resources to upgrade and maintain our teaching and education facilities like the classrooms and the computational platforms. And also we have the chance to get a scholarship program from the admin project. So the excellent students with strong academic background are going to have the chance to receive the scholarship. And also we are actively build our relationships with industry partners, so students have a chance to be exposed to the internship opportunities. So we are always actively looking for collaborations with other institutions. And one of our focus right now is to how we can align our programs with regional employers' cybersecurity workforce needs, right? So that is going to cover a number of the potential employers, for example, the government employers and the industry partners, right? So they do have a strong demand of the cybersecurity workforce, but they have different emphases. So yeah, we are eager to discuss with our fellow institutions here to understand what is your experience on this. And what else I want to share with you. So we do have a number of other programs here, so students can receive the cybersecurity education in addition to this validated program. So for example, we have a Master of Science in Cybersecurity. So we have a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology and Cybersecurity. And we do have two certificate programs, one on the graduate level and another one on the undergraduate level. And another thing I want to share with you is that, so perhaps you have already known that, so Intel has decided to invest about $20 billion in Ohio to build some new capabilities here. So, and also we are aware of this opportunity and we are actively developing our capabilities so we can deliver and train the capable cybersecurity workforce that can meet their needs. So for example, right now we're going after the Intel Semiconductor Education and Research Program for Ohio. And we believe the future cyber directions in Ohio will likely be strongly connected with Intel's interests. So, and another thing that we do have strong and active connections with the regional employers. That is going to include, for example, Patterson Air Force Base, Air Force Research Lab, NASIC, and a lot of defense contractors here, which are very close to our campus. So that's all I want to share with you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Wow, you guys are doing a lot. This is always so fun. I learned so much from everyone. So before we go into the breakout rooms, if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to just share our screen for where we're going next, because we do have our presenters for next month. So we have Dr. James Walden and Anchor Chattopadhyay. I'm so sorry. From Northern Kentucky University. And then we have Dave Shippers from Walsh College. We have Christy Smith from Mount Aloysius College and Kelly Michael from the Community College of Rhode Island. So I will be getting in touch with you all. You should have your formats, but it's going to be very exciting. Just a reminder, if you want to see these, we do save them on the YouTube channel, which was on that page that Yair was showing you at the beginning, Yair. And then also, if you want to see the events as well, they're on there. I did put in the chat, I know we're standing up a competition, community of interest as well. So we're very excited. I know that was mentioned a couple times in our discussions here. So please do check those out, share those links with others in your organization and anyone that you encounter that may have missed this session. And we are going to go ahead and head to our breakout rooms, right?
Thank you, Gretchen. Thank you so much. Just quick reminder for everyone, you're going to be getting an email from me about the session today. Please evaluate it. We need feedback. I'm going to go ahead and close the recording. So we'll see you next month, but hold on, everyone. We're going to activate the breakout rooms for all of you to share and interact